Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. In this clip we're going to look at the contextual challenge information from the exam boards for the direction, the direction I suppose, of your NEA non-exam assessment or coursework. So the exam board on the 1st of June, this is the one from AQA, I think they're all the same, have released it on the 1st of June basically to limit you the amount of time that you can spend on it. And these are meant to be areas. One of the mark things says that you've directly linked it, or your coursework is linked, you've caused links to the contextual challenge. So the ones that they've got here are caring for animals, this one, souvenir from a place of interest, and studying or working from home. So we'll just go through these and have a think about them. The first one, caring for animals, I think is really good. What we've got to look at as well is the client, because your contextual challenge should really be driven by your client. I would advise not having one of your friends as a client, because if you've got someone really verbose, and you sort of say, I built a chair, what do you think about it? Yeah, it's a chair. That they're not going to give you. If you have an adult or someone that's going to give you feedback for one of these contextual challenges, then that is far better to choose your contextual challenge for an actual client and have a genuine client need. Please don't just, find an image on the internet of someone and say this is my client and make them up, because you won't get that genuine feedback and design input that you'll get from a good client. So I would say if you've got 3 of these, otherwise pick one of these and suggest them to a good client. The first one I think is great, caring for animals, because you could do all kind of, cat beds, hamster boxes, guinea pig boxes, rabbit runs, bird houses, hedgehog houses, all that kind of thing. And there's plenty of design work in those. Cat play areas, plenty of design work in those. One suggestion I would make to students is perhaps a squirrel-proof bird feeder, because you've got a lot of design input you can do in that. You've got different materials. You've got the challenge of stopping squirrels eating the bird food. Next one, so that one I think is pretty good. So we say the caring out for animals I think is pretty good. Souvenir from a place of interest. That one I think is less so. I think unless it lends itself probably to graphics. If you wanted to make a tour map of your local city or town, if you had an area of interest nearby and wanted to do small souvenirs like picture cards or guide maps or information. So if you wanted to create a graphic product, I think that would be great. I really think that this one might be limited on client, is finding a client, unless it's the sort of British Museum, you're limited on your client. Last one, of course, studying from or working from home. Studying from work or working from home should be really good. You've got, folding desks, you've got people working in smaller places, in flats, in apartments, so you might have desks, folding desks, pen holders, things to hold a laptop. You've also got the issue of hybrid working, where people are working maybe now, a lot of people are working 2 days from home, 2 days from work, so they're moving stuff about, maybe a little trolley or a executive case that they could put things in. The other studying from working home could be a lamp. So you could make a student lamp or a little angle poise kind of lamp, which I think again would be a pretty good idea. So the 2 that I would recommend for DT would be caring for animals, all the things I've said there, studying or working from home. Once you've decided those, then what you want to do, so once you've decided those and chosen one of those, what you really want to do is look at your client interview. So I would then go and get yourself something like this, client interview questions, find your client, and you could even go and see your client with this list and say, is there, pick your client first and then look at this list second, rather than looking at this list first. But whatever you do, it is far better, and you will get a far better result if your NEA work is client driven, because that just works well all the way through. Okay, thank you for watching Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology.